mean, Happy New Year to you. You know him as Mr. PEC-Tacular. Jessie Godderz is here with us. He joined us on Extol Live, our Friday live streaming show just a few weeks ago.
It was a while ago. It was last year.
I mean, it was last year.
Yeah.
You're flexing into the new year.
That's it. Yeah. You know, I look better now than I did last year. Still got her. Still got her. 15, 20 pounds of gold.
What I want to know, Jessie, I mean, Ohio Valley Wrestling, OVW is amazing. How do you keep the face?
I'm the face that runs the place. Nobody touches me. I'll sue
Nobody
them.
touches the face?
No, I'll sue them. I'll put them out of business. They're a brand, and I will just bankrupt them. I'll talk to Al Snow. He's a buddy of mine. Got him in my back pocket. I'm a network superstar. Nobody touches. This is the money maker.
This is the money maker. Now,
just smile.
That is one of America's favorite Big Brother money makers as well.
Valid. True. Hired.
I mean, people, you also are good at firing. I've heard about that. But people really enjoyed you on Big Brother. It took a little bit of time to grow on people.
Listen, so I've gotten cornered, and they're like, "Oh man, I liked you so much better the second time you played." I'm like, "Oh really? I was the same exact person."
Yeah.
Yeah. It was literally 1 year later. I did nothing different. Nothing. I was still myself the first season, and I was still myself the second season. But to each their own. You can't change everybody. You can, you can be as sweet as you want, but you're not going to catch everybody.
What was the most difficult part about being on that show?
I mean, I would say not having my phone, but that's not true. Not winning, I guess. Yeah, not winning. $500,000 because I got bamboozled. I definitely got the rug pulled out from underneath me twice. Granted, I signed up for it. When I signed on the dotted line, it said expect the unexpected. I didn't expect that, and I definitely lost. So
now,
that's a fact.
What about the cameras?
Yes.
What about the cameras on? I mean, literally.
They're in the bathroom. You know why?
No, I
Because
do
if
not.
game talk is happening in the bathroom, they have to have a camera in there. Yeah, it doesn't matter if you're talking game or doing number two. It doesn't matter. They're watching always.
Do you ever forget? Do you just?
It gets normalized. You know, it's just like I don't know. You're a professional here. Obviously, you're conducting this very well. You're a pro. It's second nature to you. You know, just like riding a Harley, that's second nature to me. But the point is, no, it's just once it's like a plant. You know it's there. You know, and
you just forget about
that's
it.
just a camera, and it's just catching everything. So everything that actually happens, nothing's contrived, nothing's like forced, but there's catalysts. There's different things that actually set up all of the different, conversations or blowouts or fights or arguments and stuff, because everybody's on edge at one point, and it could have been something that happened 3 days before that they're finally coming to a head with whatever individual they actually fought with. So.
Now, I have a list of the different accomplishments. I mean...
It's glorious.
It is glorious.
Some would say spectacular.
Some would say that. I mean, everything from ESPN, of course, Big Brother, seasons 1 and 2 of the soap opera Tainted Dreams, available on Amazon and Amazon Prime. It's a 9-time Emmy-nominated show.
Yes, Sonia Blangiardo is a great friend and a true just superstar. Phenomenal woman. Her and her husband, awesome individuals. They were able to pull this awesome product together, or show. I definitely highly suggest everybody check it out. I might be a handyman. I might not be, wearing a shirt. I might have a love interest. I don't know. I mean, there might be some stuff. I might have been working out at one point. I might have beat somebody up. I don't know. You just gotta watch. I don't know. You gotta watch. Did you watch? She's gonna watch. She's gonna watch.
I'm gonna binge watch.
Yes.
Too. Tell me this. So when you go to a store and it says no shirt, no shoes, no service, do people usually go? Actually,
not my kind of store.
No problem.
Not my kind of store.
They let you in, don't they?
Well, that too. I'd probably beat them up. I come in with this over my shoulder, and they're like, that works.
That works.
Yeah, that works. I'll come in with flip flops. living in California, those signs don't exist in California.
You just walk around shirtless?
Probably. Yeah, I'd say 98% of the time.
And when you do you just walk around and show?
The guns?
Yeah.
Yeah, those are here. But I've named both my arms Continuously and Awesome. Yeah. It's a gun show. Continuously and Awesome.
What about the backs?
What about the thighs? Thunder and lightning.
All right,
yeah.
as we just
Wham, bam, thunderstorm.
you on this New Year's Day, that is exactly...
No, you're not doing that.
Okay.
You can't objectify me. No.
What's the
PEC-Tacular
secret?
perspective,
What's the secret of
The dance?
isolating the dance?
You know, you just, it's just second nature.
Can you just do one at a time?
Yes.
Can you switch it up?
Yeah.
Could you do it to music?
Yeah, for sure. Like
Could
happy
you do
birthday.
it for an hour?
Oh yeah, I've done it for, I said 3 days before, but I think I've done it for 30 days.
And you just
I don't even sleep. And then I go into those stores that you're saying no shirt, no service.
and then they look at you and then they go, no problem.
Right. And they're like, no soliciting either, sir. Get the heck out of here. And I'm like, what? I just try to bring up some stuff on the internet. I'm like, what are you talking about?
No soliciting, no, none at all. Are you just gonna keep that up?
Yeah, for sure. And then they give me a protein bar. And I'm like, all right, I didn't even want to be in here anyways.
Do you ever break a sweat doing that?
No, only when I'm wrestling and then they do it at the same time. So I beat somebody up. I'm like, oh, how do you like that? And I hit them again. And then I win. It's boring, but.
What's your favorite PEC exercise?
Incline bench press, barbell.
Is that how you
heavy.
grew?
You know, I went through a lot of magazines at the point. You know, I was in an era where there was magazines, obviously.
I remember those.
Yeah, you know, exactly.
I still publish one.
Yeah, exactly.
Print is
Maybe
not dead.
Maybe I could be on the cover of it.
Maybe we could
Maybe
work that out.
we could be on the cover of it. Huh, boys? What do you say? I've been on a couple of magazine covers as well.
Once or twice.
Yeah, a couple. But it would be an honor. So we'll figure it out
I
later.
think we just booked our next cover model.
That's how that works. You see how that goes? Take notes, Colin. Just booked myself into a new show.
So
Pro, face that runs the place, network superstar.
part of why we wanted you here on New Year's, though, resolutions, most people, I mean, we know that most people fail. We make them, then we fail with them. But you actually, before all of this, I mean, national fame, you sing with Jeff Timmons of 98 Degrees, I mean, all the different things that you've done.
Yes,
You started out, though, picking up the weights.
absolutely. So you find confidence in it. I was a young boy, a young buck, and I realized, so I was flexing, you know, and crazy enough, crazy story, this is a little backstory, I'll give it to you quick. I was in choir, and I hung my arm over the chair, and I was like flexing, and it looked like a little egg, and a girl was like, oh, what is that? I'm like, what do you mean, what is this? You mean this thing right here? Like, oh, you like that? And I'm like, well, wait a second, light bulb, right? I'm like, what do I got to do to get this little guy to be a little bit bigger? So I'm like, okay, I can figure this out. And then wham, had a little bit of success, you know, going into fitness. I was always at the gym in the morning. Our high school actually opened up. There's a woman who, Mrs. Kingsfield, who is a phenomenal individual. She opened up the gym at 6 in the morning. I was there, tried to be there at like 7 in the morning. I started working out. I was in also football, wrestling, track. Was a captain on the football team, or on the wrestling team and track team. Wrestling actually helped when it came to diets and stuff like that, work ethic, having the actual mental discipline, if you will. I mean, there's a lot of discipline that comes in with amateur wrestling because of the things that you have to endure and whatnot. Hydration rules. Luckily, I was already so lean. I was leaner than a 103 pounder, so I was 145 pounds, leaner than a 103 pounder, so I actually looked pretty decent, I would say. Yes, pretty shredded for a high school kid, junior, senior year. So I'm just like, wow, this muscle thing, there's really something to it, you know? I moved out of my house and then into my own spot where I was buying my own groceries, not family-based, where everything's obviously carb concentrated to feed 5 people, and it was just myself, so proteins, fish, tuna fish, lean meats, turkey, stuff like that. And everything I had to wear when it came to the results was on my own. What I was eating was because of me. When I was training was because of me, so the results were because of me. And you're holding yourself accountable. So that accountability obviously bodes well. I also have some sort of work ethic, doing the most mundane, monotonous things because I grew up on a farm and I had to shovel and I had to clean out a barn that had 3 ponies in it, and I had to literally shovel crap and manure for 3 winters. I don't know if anybody knows what that's like, but this guy does. So if you do, we have the same work ethic because you're doing the same exact thing that's tedious and monotonous, and obviously these ponies are going to continue to defecate, and you have to get it out of the barn, and I was that person. My point is, that same work ethic, I applied it to training. Once you get results, you obviously feel great about it. You're holding yourself accountable, and it's just working on myself. So that confidence obviously stemmed from one thing. I was also grounded to my room for a year, and I had a weight set, so that also kind of launched it. Might have gotten in trouble. I wanted to seek attention, from your parents, and I was a middle child.
How do you get grounded for an entire year?
I don't even know, and that's the bad part. But what's really crazy is I knew it was from one Super Bowl until the Super Bowl that the actual Steelers won, and I was grounded. Let's not get into the dark side of the reasons why, but obviously everybody has a story.
You did something to be grounded for a year.
But I don't recall, so how bad is that? I sincerely, genuinely, I would tell you, I'm an open book here, but I can't tell you because I don't know.
Maybe the next time we talk,
I can do some research.
Call family to find out.
Yeah, we can do that.
Okay.
I don't know how that conversation would go.
That is a long time.
Yeah, but anyways, so I got to work out, and then I was just working on the bicep
So you were kind of like at your home incarceration.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I'm just like, how can I make myself better? Well, I was writing a lot and working out, and that was just like one little glimpse. But obviously, the work ethic is obviously definitely instilled from my faja. So yeah, and then obviously parlayed in every aspect of life because you have that same work ethic that's obviously shaped me, literally, because I wear my profession on my shoulders,
and
literally,
your pecs.
And the old pecs. Yeah, and here I am.
3 tips that you would give someone, no matter what that resolution is, even if it's not having to do with fitness or physical.
First and foremost, it's up to you. It's you.
Yeah.
Because if you don't do it, it's just like any other addiction. It's like anything else. If you don't want it, it's not going to change. And I'm sure you hear that. It's beating a dead horse. But every decision you make, you need to understand it's because of you. Nobody else. If something happened that's catastrophic, everybody's had something catastrophic or horrible, but then everybody catastrophizes, and then everything's so much worse, and then you're down on yourself. But know that it's your decision. So first and foremost, know it's your decision. Drink water and just move. So those are the simplest things. Like, a little bit of effort goes a long way. Nobody's ever said after they got done working out, oh man, I hated that workout. That was the worst workout of my life. Never. You're just happy that it's done. Nobody's ever said they've had a bad workout.
What about with OVW? Do you ever walk out of there after a fight?
Yeah, go on. I'm listening. I'm getting in the right mindset.
And feel like, oh, that was the worst.
Absolutely not.
Yeah.
No. I was in the ring. You're welcome, everybody. Next question.
Right. Next question. Davis Arena. It's over in Louisville.
Yes.
You've got a lot of fans, including in Southern Indiana. What do you think of the arena and the fans?
I love them. They're the best. Absolutely. They got to get there. I mean, they're coming for me, the network superstar. Why wouldn't they? I have appeal across the country. Yeah. And I try to give them all a show, which is rightfully what they get. And they're happy to come there. But I would like more people to come, so bring all your friends. Bring your friends as friends. Bring your friends as kids. Bring those kids, because then they're going to be a PEC-Tacular fan for life, much like other individuals that have watched me on television.
So there's more to this than just the face.
We haven't even scratched the surface.
I'm
an onion. The giant onion. Like, I'm a Guinness Book of World Record onion. Me. Yeah, I'm that guy. And I actually hold the Guinness Book of World Records for fastest match to ever happen at OVW, the Davis Arena. Really? 4,400 Shepherdsville Road, Thursday nights.
Thursday nights. And can we talk about live show Thursday, January 6th?
Yes. Be there.
Pumped about that?
Absolutely.
Always pumped about that. And then your annual Nightmare Rumble.
January
15th. That's a Saturday. And that's also at Davis Arena. It's ovwrestling.com, which is simple. ovwrestling.com. If you were not, I've done this is my first day, once or twice. If you were not wrestling,
what would I be?
I mean, other than
assistant manager, failing technician.
You're really good at shoveling the pony, though.
I know. That's why I said I would like to be. My brother is actually assistant manager, failing technician. Sounds awesome, right? He's a pig farmer.
Okay, can you?
I love him.
Peck us out.
Peck us out. Yeah.
Is that even? That's not even.
Actually,
English.
I might own a couple other businesses. I might own the hog confinement. Yeah. That's what I'd want to do. Is that what you were asking?
Totally up to you. I mean, you're Mr. PEC-Tacular. You can answer however you want.
Well, I'm assuming you're saying if I wasn't a professional wrestler,
sure.
What would I be, right?
Yes.
Maybe I'd be a psychologist. I don't know. Just depends. I might be the president of the United States of America.
Based on the pecs alone.
Yeah. I mean, it's either me or The Rock, so. I'd go with me. What?
Happy New Year to you.
Happy New Year's to everybody, and hopefully they reach those fitness goals because it is easy once you do it.
Okay.
You have like a bodybuilding show coming up.
I am training for one. I'll see you in June. There'll be some transformation happening.
And then there'll be two
Be,
bicep
I don't know
flexes
about
on the show.
The,
No, you don't.
No.
You just gotta find your own niche. You know, you gotta find your own little shtick.
I'm gonna find it.
Yeah, you gotta find your shtick. Maybe it's like the quad flex.
I'm just
Once
gonna
that
walk
8% comes back, bam.
Yes.
Hard work, dedication over here.
All right, play us out.
Bam.
Whatever the tune is.
So James, tell me about the concept. Where did you come up with Harry's Taphouse?
So, Harry's Taphouse and Kitchen originated early last year in January. My partner, Tony Revac, which I met back in 2000 down at Buckhead's Mountain Grill. I
met him there too.
I think a lot of people know that place. I was a server, he was a bartender, and we stayed friends for the last 20 years, and it came time he wanted to do his own thing, and he reached out to me and said, need a little bit of help, and would have been open right in time for March Madness in 2020, but unfortunately COVID hit and shut everything down. So we went back to the drawing board, fixed a couple things, got it ready, and then we officially opened on May 13th of 2020.
And now I've got this delicious cuisine in front of me that I cannot wait to dive into. I can't believe I got to talk about it before I get to eat.
So we kind of paired the Heart Attack Burger with our bourbon salmon. So we went a little bit of healthy and, well, not so healthy, unfortunately. So what we came up with here is we started with a jasmine rice that we make in the back. We have a proprietary blend of seasoning. We take bell pepper, we take scallions, we cook it off, we heat it up, put it on the bed, and then we're going to take an 8-ounce fresh cut piece of Chilean salmon. So it comes in, we cut it fresh, and then we're going to put it in a marinade for about 4 hours. It's going to be a soy marinade with some brown sugar, a little bit of bourbon in there. It doesn't overpower the salmon. What we don't want to do is take away the flavor of the salmon. So we're going to grill that to about a great medium, and then we're going to baste it before we put it on top of the rice with a mango bourbon glaze. And we take mango chunks, bourbon, and a honey, and a little bit of Thai chili. We process it up, and then we just kind of coat that over top of it, and then we top it with sesame seeds.
It's not your average piece of salmon. Let's dive in. I got a little bit of that jasmine rice on the bottom, and let's give it a try. Wow.
Got a lot of flavor.
Flavor burst in your mouth. Perfectly cooked piece of salmon. And actually, the rice has a nice texture to it to bring that out. Oh, I love it. Fantastic.
This is what we call a Heart Attack Burger. We kicked around a couple names, but we came up with this because, well, we'll let that be. But so it's an 8-ounce hand patty burger. We top it with every cheese that we carry, which is going to be American cheddar, Swiss, provolone, and pepper jack. And then we're going to take 2 strips of bacon. We're going to take 8 ounces of shaved prime rib, cook that off, lay it on top of it, and then coat it with that Parmesan cheese you can see. And then we'll take fresh onion straws, and then we're going to drizzle it with our house barbecue sauce to give it a little bit of tang, and then we'll serve it on Texas toast.
Oh, baby. I'm ready. I'm just a little nervous. Honestly, I'm really hungry. I'm feeling sassy. So they do provide the steak knife to cut this in half. My sassiness is telling me that I should probably just pick this up. These are catcher's mitt-sized hands as it is. Let's get in here and let's dig into this burger the real way. Oh my. I know why you call it the Heart Attack Burger. We got a lot going on. With that being said, as I swallow this down my gullet, this burger is so delicious, I want to go run a race now. I feel like I could complete a marathon after this. This just gave me all the energy Oh my goodness. I taste all the different flavors of cheese. That barbecue is very sweet. It's got a nice tang to it. It brings out those salty notes in there. And I think the Texas toast, wow, not your normal bun. Not your normal bun, and it provides more flavor to this. That's just a beautiful burger. Perfectly cooked. We've got burger meat, prime rib, bacon, onion straws, cheese, barbecue on Texas toast with delicious hand-cut fries. I'm overly impressed. This is such a fantastic meal. So we know at Harry's Taphouse today, ladies and gentlemen, we've got burgers that can make you scream and some really refined dining options as well, like the salmon dish. I don't know what I would order. I'm gonna be honest, probably the heart attack burger, because that's, whew, I loved it. Thank you so much for having us today with Extol Eats, and trust me, ladies and gentlemen, you gotta get into Harry's Taphouse, because not only is this food delicious, but the atmosphere in Harry's, there's TVs with sports all around, a great cocktail and beer list, and then you're right on the Ohio River. So it checks all the boxes. Thank you so much for having us
My
today,
pleasure,
James.
my
Appreciate
pleasure,
it.
my pleasure. Thank you.
Since our humble beginnings in 1908 as New Washington State Bank, we have offered banking the way you want it. Now known as NWSB, we have branches in the communities of Henryville, Charlestown, Borden, Jeffersonville, Sellersburg, Scottsburg, River Ridge, New Albany, and coming in 2022, a state-of-the-art branch in downtown Jeffersonville. As a local bank, all decisions are made right here in Southern Indiana. Our customers enjoy the personal relationships, and we value opportunities to show community support throughout the region. At NWSB, we offer myriad services and modern technology, from online banking to mobile apps with check capture. And we are always here to serve you face-to-face with a smile. At NWSB, you'll find banking the way you want it.
My name is Bert Hodge. I'm the general manager of Heritage Ford. When I was a child, I stuttered and was dyslexic. I started my career assigned to a junior position on a destroyer, and ultimately I commanded 5 ships, 2 minesweepers, 2 frigates, a SEAL commando ship. I got a lot of exposure to some of the world's greatest leaders. When I retired from the Navy, it was with the intent to join my father here at the dealership. My dad has been an important part of this community for 30 years.
The business has changed tremendously since then, but our moral values have remained the same.
This is a business where honor and integrity matter.
If I'm fair to my customers, they'll come back. If I'm fair to myself, I'll be here when they come back.
I'm proud to have served my country, and I'm proud to sell Fords to my community.
Home is a place for family and friends and enjoyment in life. So my grandparents raised me because my mom had me at a very young age. So I was essentially their 4th child. And then when my mom married, I stayed with them. And they raised me and sent me through private school. And, that was my mom and dad. So luckily I had, 2 moms and a dad. It's put in perspective, family and what it means. And, even though we get really, really busy in life, we always need to take the time for family, especially our little ones. Like, I don't want my daughter to grow up and say, my dad wasn't there because he was so busy working. So I've made a conscious effort to make sure that I spend time with her. And, even though I'm busy, I'm still making sure that I have time for family. My husband is Matthew, and my daughter is Piper, and Piper is now 4 years old. I just want her to, it doesn't have to be about the material things. It needs to be about love and family, and that we're all here for one another. And we get to pick our family, not just ones that are your biological family. Family and friends become more like family. So, that's what's great about what we've introduced Piper to, is that, you know, she gets to pick who she wants to be in her life. And even though if they're friends, they could be like family. Well, I kind of fell into real estate, but I had always had a love and desire for architecture and, you know, just the process of building a house and making all the decisions of putting things in that house. And I had the luxury that, you know, my husband had a full-time job and I was able to jump into a career with being, you know, 100% commission and full steam ahead. And 20 years later, I'm still doing it. I am a dream maker in regards to allowing someone that didn't think that they could be a homeowner to finally realize that it is possible to own a home. So I am the broker owner of Exit Realty One, and we service Kentucky and Indiana real estate. So most of our agents are dual licensed brokers. I guess the most important thing to me is like when you're with some buyers and you're showing them this house, like they instantly know because it feels like home when they walk in. So I like seeing that reaction on their face. Just that, you know, we've looked at 30 houses and then the last one that we walk into, they just feel at home and they start placing furniture and you know that's the one that they want to do, that they want to be in. The reason for home ownership, it's the American dream. Like we've kind of been raised that, you know, you want to own a home. Like that's, I guess, a measure of being successful in life is that you have a home of your own that you can provide to your family. And I mean, it doesn't necessarily have to be like owning a home. You know, you could have your own apartment, you could be in a rental situation. I think just the fact that you have a place of your own that you can provide to your family, it's the American dream, and that's what everyone wants. Southern Indiana is a place for opportunities, and it's a place for you to be successful if you choose to be successful. I'm a big proponent that if you want to be successful in life, you have to work towards that. It's not going to be given to you. You have to be willing to go out there and work for the opportunities that are made available for you.
Hi, my name is Daniel Marlin. I'm the market leader for Movement Mortgage in the Kentucky, Southern Indiana region. Our goal at Movement is to make the home buying process fast and efficient and stress-free. So when we submit a file into our underwriting department, our underwriters have a goal to underwrite that file within 6 hours or less. At Movement Mortgage, we exist to love and value people.
What defines Southern Indiana? Community.
The people.
Rejuvenation. Local businesses.
Food is awesome.
Southern Indiana is home.
Watch This Is SoIN Saturday mornings at 7:30 on WBKI The CW.